There's two doggos. Hi. Come on into Tuesday tea time. I'm gonna get my tea. Yeah, Tiny. We has two doggos. I'm gonna let you watch the dogs while I get my tea. Hi, Daisy. And as some people come in. Yay! Hi. Hello. So, you all know Kinga. And behind Kinga, this is Teeny? Tiny? I'm calling her Tina. Yeah. Tina's great. Tina and Kinga are they're pals. They just got in so much trouble chasing something through the woods. I mean, not too much trouble, because they came back after I was like, Tina and Kinga, get back here. Welcome to Tuesday Tea Time. I'm Lou. This is Meraki Pharmacy. I'm drinking some Loon Love plus mint. I was very happy to see Jen and Andy and Taryn and Daisy. And oh my gosh, and Alex. Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm super pumped to see you. Happy first Tuesday Happy first Tuesday tea time of 21. Cheers to you. You fucking made it. Alex, I'm really proud of you, and I want to hear all about your new thing. I don't even know what you're up to. Johanna is here. Yo, whoa, this is like, I mean, every week is dope, but this is like some OG Meraki Pharmacy crew over here. That's fantastic. I'm in a really weird angle, so I'm going to move for a second. You can just... Look how good they are. Do you see that they both have bones? Freaking dogs, man. Like, for freaking real. All right, so we're going to start Tuesday Tea Time with a story. Would you like to hear about my day? It is related to our topic, which I think is roots, which really is about safety and security, which, you know, is related to a bunch of other themes that we've all been experiencing. And just because the calendar thing, the Gregorian calendar page flip-a-doo, you know, like what's time? Like all the things. We don't move in 2-year cycles or 4-year cycles or anything like that. Moving with natural law and natural rhythms is kind of the bomb. Anyway, so you may or may not know this, but me and Kinga and Meraki Pharmacy are moving on Thursday. I tried to keep track of how many times we moved. We moved in June. And before that, we had moved in December. So that takes us to December 2019. But then also in October of 19, we had moved. And September of 18, we had moved. So we've been moving. It's fine. I'm actually really excited about this move. And I'm proud of myself for choosing to live in a house and not a vehicle. Because I know that I thrive doing that. Not this story. So I wake up today and I know that I'm going to pick up a table for $10 off someone's porch or something, because like I don't have a table. So moving and grooving. So one of these tea times we're gonna have Andy come on, and yo, Mobile America is still happening. It's just looking different than me like building out a giant bus, right? Because like there's so many ways to move. I am also literally going to be in a vehicle traveling, especially to like Rhode Island and Vermont and New York and Connecticut. Yeah, it's going to be like homie central. It's going to be the OG Beast Coast family. Ha! So I wake up. Anyway, so I'll try and condense this story. So Capricorn vibes, super practical, super pragmatic, really mature. We still got Saturn up in the sky all the time. Just now it's in Aquarius, whatever. It's just like Capricorn season is like a get your shit together kind of time, which is like really, really cool. Yes to all the foraging spots. I was looking at some spots today So I'm like, I'm doing my online. I'm checking my mobile app for my money funds. Cause like some weird happened in ATM anyway, and I see this charge for like $74.95, and it said pinless Microsoft. I'm like, pinless? Like, I don't know what that means. Like, I didn't have to punch in a pin. That don't sound like me. Microsoft. I'm like, what the fuck? Who uses Microsoft in 21? Like, I got an Apple phone. There's no bill for that. I send money to my brother. I got an HP computer that I never freaking use because I haven't had internet. I'm getting that on Friday. I'm like, Microsoft? Like, well, I don't have fucking Microsoft. I'm like, oh my God, someone used my money to pay their bill. So I call my bank. 10-minute waiting time. I'm like, all right, let me drive to this place where I'm picking up this table. Really cute, like so ugly it's cute green table. I'm really excited. It's going to look great with my yellow couch and my orange chair. Bank calls me back. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, here's my deal. They're like, yeah. Like, we'll dispute this. This is fine. I was like, cool. Check you later. He's like, whoa. Hold on. We're going to cancel your card. He's like, oh, canceled. I was like, bro, you can't be canceling my card. I'm moving. USPS shipping delays. And I still have the bank from Vermont. I have a bank. Fucking digital alien angel age. Like, why would I need a bank where I live? Everything's online. For moments like these, my friends, we're solution-oriented people. I ended up going on a grand adventure today. There are bank branches of my bank, but they're like 2 hours north of here. Not a big deal. You know I love to go for drives. I'm down for an adventure. I'm absolutely down for making sure. And, like, I want to go to a bank and get a card. Because I don't have any cash. I'm freaking moving. I'm dropping cash off on people's porches for their junk furniture. Like, I need this card. And very nice man named Zach from Community Bank, boop, 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 finds a bank location that can print a card for me. But of course, lobby hours are closed. Anyway, I call the bank. I'm like, yo, I'm on my way, but I'm an hour and 45 minutes away. Can you have the card ready for me when I get there? And they're like, yo, yes. I'm like, bet, awesome. Lovely drive up to coal country, Pennsylvania, which, like, I spent my first 18 years here. Never really went up that way. It's very pretty. Tons of farms. I'm like, oh, shit, like, any landscape places open? You know, like, I don't know, I need some houseplants. Wonderful adventure. I kind of feel bad, though, because I left the house at 8:15. Think I'd be back by, like, 9:45. I didn't feed Kinga. I didn't feed myself. I was not prepared. I cleared out the whole truck. I don't even have my I don't even have my jumper cables. I don't have my can of oil. I think I had a water bottle. Like, nothing. Not ready for an adventure today. Physically, emotionally, mentally, always ready. Anyway, get to the bank. I get the card. It's fine. Lovely drive home. We get home. We're freaking starving. This one didn't even eat her food. She waited for us. It's like 1:40. It's like 2:15. Like, oh my gosh. All right, but I got my card. I got the thing. All right, so now I got to, like, update all my bank stuff because, like, I'm a business owner, so I got to, like, do the things. I got PayPal. I got Venmo. I got Stripe. I got shit I probably don't even know I got, right? I also am moving. And my clothes are all organized, but I have an entire workshop that isn't exactly packed up. But I'm like, priorities, right? Like, I'm in this mood and vibe of squaring up my monies and squaring up my things. So, like, I'm just going to go with it today. And, like, maybe I'll rest. I rested for a little bit because I was like, it's Tuesday tea time. Also, I was supposed to drive to West Philadelphia, where I was not born and raised, to get this fucking bitchin' red Formica table. Anyway, I was talking to Annie last night. I'm like, shit, I scheduled that on a Tuesday? Moving and logistics is not always, like, smooth like that, is it? So, I also had to set up electricity in my name, which I have never actually had to do. I've either lived somewhere where it was like included in the rent, or, like, I've never had to do this before. I'm not a Pennsylvania resident. I don't know if you know this, but I changed my name. I changed my name legally. So when I go to call Pico and set up my electricity for when I move in this week, or like put it in my name. And I try and do it online so I'll not have to talk to humans because I want to, reserve my human communication time with humans I know and like wanna. They can't verify my identity, even though I have a driver's license, even though my social security number, even though like everything says that I am Lucia Wiley Hawkins. There's like a blip in the system, and it's like AI and robots like can't update fully. So when they look for me by my birthday or the other numbers assigned to me, it's a different name. It's the name I was born with, and like there's really no way within the system to just make that automatic. You have to like provide all these documents, and it's like a major pain in the fucking ass, and I have to do it every single time I do anything, which, as you can imagine, doesn't really inspire me to like play by even more rules. It's hard enough for me to bridge that gap anyway. So I talked with a very nice person at Pico, and they're like, yeah, no, you're all set. I was like, it's not an identity thing? He's like, I don't know. I was like, he was nice enough, but I wasn't going to like make an identity existential crisis joke because I got other phone calls I got to make. So Venmo's fine, PayPal's fine. I get to the other money exchanger company that like I don't even really ever use. It's just like one of the ways that you can, that like takes your money when you order something from MayRockyPharmacy.com. Stripe is one of those people that like takes your money, takes some of it for themselves, gives it to me, takes some for themselves. It's just like this weird business model that apparently really works. But like I don't use it. Last time I logged into Stripe was December of 2016. I've had 5 names since then. I've lived 10 different places since then. Like I was married then. Like that was a fucking lifetime ago. You think I know my fucking password? No. But I gotta like make sure my bank account, right? Because like I don't want them trying to send your hard-earned money that I have earned to an account that doesn't exist. I get these weird emails that I'm like locked out of the thing, and this is after I uploaded a picture of my driver's license, which like no one wants to do that. No one wants to show their driver's license. I don't want that out there. Like it's a cute picture, but really, like, come on. And then I get like, you're locked out of your account. I'm like, we'll see about that. We will see about that. And then I get a weird email from a person named Jam from Stripe. I'm like, this is a fucking fraud. This is like Microsoft. I forgot to tell you this. I'll skip. We'll come back. We'll come back to Jam. Nah, we'll keep going, Jam. So Jam's writing me this letter, and like the English verbiage isn't matching up, and there's like no signage on the bottom of the email. Like it's not like the other Stripe emails that are like, I'm here in San Francisco, or like to contact us. It just like is a freaking written email. I'm like, again, Jam is trying to scam me. I got Jam the scammer. Jam wants all this different kind of information, including like documents that I'm the owner of Mayrocky Pharmacy. I'm like, bitch, like, one, I don't even have this. One, it's like, I'm not that level of company. Like, I got a tax ID number. Like, I'm doing business as. Like, I really appreciate that. Apparently, a lot of people think I'm a much bigger business owner than I am. We working on it. Jam wants all this stuff to verify my identity. I'm taking like screenshots of emails that are like, your Stripe funds are on the way, dating back to like 2016. And like, whatever. I feel like I'm absolutely verifying my identity. Like, she's got my old name, like, blocked out. I was like, I can fill in, I can buy a vowel if you'll give me my money, because I know all the vowels in that name, because that was my name. You blocking it out. There's no way that anyone ever gets that name unless it was their name, it was my name. I know, like, this is me. Birthday, social security number, previous addresses. I was like, how far back you want to go? Like, no way I am not, like, everything. And then Jam asked for my bank account number. I was like, bitch, someone already tried to do that today. Nah, I'm not giving that to you. Is there a supervisor that I can talk to? I am quite confident I verified my identity with you. Unlock my shit. Sorry, Jam. I'm not actually upset with you, and I do appreciate the security protocol. And also, this is some bullshit. Like, I'm me. I need you to do this for me. Just do the thing. It's like, wave your magic keyboard wand, And then I was like, Jam, I am sorry. I'm kind of losing my cool. It's been a long day of this sort of thing, and there's a theme. And I know you're just doing your job, and you're being really, really great about dealing with me being like, bitch, nah. Like, oh, and then at one point I'm like, Jam. Jam's like, ma'am, I'm just trying to verify your identity. I'm like, Jam, I want you to verify your identity. Are you even from Stripe? There's not even a thing at the end of your email. Yo, goddess bless Jam. Jam don't even skip a beat. And Jam's like, open your email. I'm like, okay. And she's like, I'm going to guide you through. Next thing I know, I'm on Stripe website looking at my dashboard. Jam holding my hand through it like the lovely human Jam is. I'm like, Jam, you're great. And like, I know I asked for your supervisor because I was being a fucking bitch. But now I kind of do want your supervisor because like, yo, usually I'm great with customer service, but this was like an all-day thing, right? Jam verified her identity and she passed. It was great. It was great. Everything's fine. There's no fucking money in there anyway. I already spent it. It already got transferred. But everything's verified and squared away. And the whole time, right, I'm laughing at myself. Like, how ridiculous. I'm cool. I'm handling business. And also, like, a whole day, like, where my money at? I'm fucking insecure, man, you know? I think maybe the cherry on top of this fun little story, right, besides Jam being amazing, is in between all of this, right, I'm like, shit, I have a whole other email that I never check because I don't remember my password and I don't like it. I just like, and like, Meraki's my life, so I just use Meraki Pharmacy at Gmail for like all the important things. I log into my other email. Yo, there's so much in there, including an email from Microsoft thanking me for my payment of $74.95 for like rebuying the Microsoft Office program I already own on my computer. So this is funny shit, right? Yeah. I know, right? I know. It's like, I really thought Jam was a scammer. Jam wasn't. I mean, we'll see. I mean, you know, these kids these days are very sophisticated. I know. And so if I could place Jam's accent, I know this was like such a very broad region of the world, but like Eastern European? I don't know. And if I had Jamboree, oh my God, yeah, no. Like, seriously, Jam is an angel. Jam was an angel. I wasn't super terrible, but like, I'm so glad that today provided this story, because, you know, one, we talk about the responsibility of the self quite often and like how we're responsible for, you know, like what we do with what's going on. I also think it's okay to like, I thought it was fine to be like, Jam, what the fuck, you verify your identity. And then also like own it and be like, you know what, I'm a little out of line. You know, like own it, you know, like, yes, as much as you possibly can, you know, like the preventative care, but like shit happens. You like, it's okay to get upset. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be like, bitch, better have my money. And it's also extra okay to be like, wow, like, okay, I didn't learn anything about myself today. But I'm reminded of some things, right? I'm reminded, the importance of, you know, like giving some benefit of a doubt, right? While also being discerning. I'm reminded of there's all sorts of different ways that we have a sense of security. And I think we all can agree having a shit ton of money feels pretty fucking secure. I mean, I imagine it feels really secure because I don't know from direct life experience. So like doing this dance of like, how do we acquire resources while having integrity? How do we share resources with generosity and discernment? How do we at the beginning and the end of every day, feel secure within ourselves in any ways we possibly can, physically, materially, emotionally, spiritually, all the different ways, right? Because as we try, don't growl at her. You have yours. She's being very nice. You're a bossy bitch. You even have the bigger bone. How do we, like, it's just part of, like, the human dance, right? And we're still learning and growing and dealing with the continued upheaval and disruption of many, many things. And it's a hard thing to do that for yourself and also bring it into community and, like, participate in these really fucked up systems and, like, just like or just weird systems, or just like systems with lots of cogs and wheels and moving parts, and, like, you know what I mean, while still being like, I have to have this for myself. Like, I have to have my own back. I have to know, like, how to problem solve and not yell at Jam, who really, honestly, I mean, it turns out was just trying to freaking help me. But I would be a fool, and I'd be it would be remiss of me if I, like, ignored every previous experience, right? Where it's like, no, Jam's my best friend and really wants to help me. Like, she's not my friend, she's doing her job. Also, like, there's points of evidence, and there's points of evidence that prove it, that show this is trustworthy, or this is reliable, or this works in a big, meaningful way, right? Like, it's cute to wake up every day like, yeah, brand new day, let's see what's possible. It's also like, dude, like, remember what happened last time you drank half a bottle of tequila? Or whatever. I'm just being cheeky. Do you know what I'm saying? I should have invited Jam to tea time. I mean, I have the number. Where she be at? In California. So thank you, everyone, for listening to my story. That was fun. I hope I'll be able to save this and share it. I was like, I mean, I had so much drive time today. I'm like, what am I going to talk about at tea time? I should talk about security and roots and stuff. And then, yeah, and then the day just unfolded with, like, a great, hi, Taryn. Sorry, yeah, even the dogs were like, what's that sound? I think I hit a pitch. Oh, Young Moonchild. Taryn, I was going to grab one of your poetry books and read something out of it tonight, but it's already packed. Hi, Elle. Hi, friend. I want to be together in real life in a cuddle puddle with the dogs. And every week I'm like, this is the week I'm going to talk about plants. May we all be like roots. Right? You know? And what did I want to say about that? Sturdy roots aren't necessarily really, really big, thick, that go straight down. Like, that isn't necessarily what makes a sturdy root. Roots branch out. I'm like, is there another word other than branch, right? Like, but they do. And, like, I don't know how much time you spend with plants. And I don't know how much time you spend, like, looking at the root part of plants. Like, there's so much focus on, like, the flowers and the things. I mean, roots are everything. Roots are everything. I mean, there's, like, it's not hierarchical, right? Like, every part of the plant is awesome and extremely important, and it's a whole system that works together, just like all your parts are a system that work together, right? And, like, the measurement of a great root system isn't size. It isn't, I mean, most root systems of most plants not only work together, some are, like, designed to function that way. Especially trees. And I was just thinking, like the ideas in our culture and our society that, I trust are continuing to be challenged and questioned and reviewed, reassessed, and everything, like on the individual, family, community, collective levels. Like, what is of real value? How do you really get what you need? What do you really need? How do you give that to yourself in the least impactful to others way? And of course, least impactful to you too. Like how do you make like a plant and root? How do you get what you need? What sturdies you? Like what holds you firm in nourishment so that you can ride out whatever storm is coming or whatever bullshit human system. I mean, whatever life is bringing. How do you do it? What are those things? And do you need all the different things? Do you need all the different trendy stuff? What works? What works for you? Hi, Al. And are you like willing to prune away shit that doesn't actually work? I'm just like barreling out questions. I'm not going to give you any answers either. Nourishment is totally the key word here, right? Like, because sometimes we hold real fast to things that aren't actually nourishing us. Oh, we can totally get into the false sense of security, which so many people get a false sense of security, often from like acquiescing to external authority and just like, I don't know, I don't want to deal with this, so I'm just going to like toe the line blindly without questioning things. I think it's very important to question. Yeah, and absolutely. I mean, the first thing that I think of, not the first thing I think of, the first thing I think of every other day, right, is money. And then also the stories that we have about money, that money is evil, capitalism is evil, economics is evil. And like, I'm not going to say like, I don't think capitalism works. And I think part of why capitalism doesn't work here in America at this point of our fucking whatever is because it's so intrinsically tied to other things that are super fucking murderous, destructive, violent, raping, pillaging, like imperialism and colonialism and sexism and racism and anti-Semitism and xenophobia. Like, you can't like pull, right? Like, if a free market was actually just a free market within a culture and a society that revered nature and understood that you cannot have a healthy, sustainable economy without a healthy, sustainable ecosystem of water and air and pollinators and plants and women and children and migrants and queer and like everything. Like if that's how we were rolling, like, yeah, free market would be fine, right? And like that's just not. That has never been the case. Like, yes, I think we need to absolutely shift systems that back to any not even back, right? Like, it's forward, okay? And that's not romanticize the past too much. But yes, there used to be a time where like women and children weren't fucking property and humans weren't traded. It happened. And we used to be like that. And again, I can't offer any guidance through like a massive social collective revolution other than reminding you that you have a tremendous amount of power. Every single choice you make matters, even when that scope of choice is super, super narrow because of a bunch of fucked up human systems and oppression and just like fucking traumas and everything. There's still, I lean on that, and maybe that's my focus, is like the individual personal responsibility and ownership of whatever the fuck we can, because that's inherently, naturally, inevitably going to ripple out. It's going to affect those around us, right? And then if everyone's doing that, if you're taking care of yourself and helping those around you, and they're taking care of themselves and helping, and like real meaningful ways, not like, that's mine, and like killing each other, like really like truthfully, introspectively, bravely, with accountability, taking care of yourself. Like, sorry, Jam, thanks for verifying your identity. um, yeah, the focus on the individual is where, and small groups, small community. And then we're not, I think part of too, like relying on the big, right, is expecting some external authority to provide for you a false sense of security, that I think has been demonstrated to not actually exist. Hi, are you happy about your bone? Yeah, I love you. Yeah, we had a little adventure today. Yeah, we're about to embark on a big brand new adventure. It's exciting. I'm gonna shut up and see if like comments are slow to come in. I don't know. I never know what's real time because time isn't real. That's a terrible angle, Kinga. Yeah. So I know for me, like, a daily physical practice of whether it's like go for a walk in the woods, or play with Kinga, or, it could be 5 minutes, it could be 10 minutes, it could be an hour, it could be 5 hours. I find a sense of security in taking time to be quiet and hear what's going on, and moving high energy and stress through my body allows me to feel, right? It allows me to feel in my body, literally being outside with my feet on the ground and hanging out with trees and birds and plants and even snow and rocks and ice and whatever. Or even like walking on hard concrete, like anything that's like, oh, right, there's ground under me. Definitely like the somatics of that. I also recognize and know firsthand how that cannot be a sense of security for many, 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 many people at various different times of the day, the week, the month, your life, because people and systems have taught you that your body isn't safe. So if that's not an option, right? So what is making art? Like, does that, whatever it is, right? We talk about this often. Whatever it is that in some positive, decreasing the suck, increasing the rad, gives you a sense of autonomy, of independence. Sometimes I just like clean the fucking shit out of my room. Like, yeah, is that a false sense of control and security? Like, yeah, maybe, but if that's gonna get me, if that like gives me some relief, and it helps me recognize, like, wow, like I'm cleaning in the way that I clean when I'm feeling really nervous or anxious or insecure about something, right? And I'm like, oh, well, room's real clean though. Like, doesn't stress me out that it's like a shit show. And you can move towards the other tools, the other skills, the whatever. I don't know. Because unfortunately we can't just print money. And does having a shit ton of money even, I don't know. I would love to do that experiment. Just like have a big giant pile of money and then see if you feel real secure in the world. I mean, I cashed my stimulus check today. I'm going to spend it on other people's junk furniture and food and dog bones. I think breath and like observing, so like orienting to the room, kind of brings me back to, and I think, I would love for so much of life to be so much easier for so many people, so more often. And also there's something to be said about, like, knowing that you can get through it. And, like, knowing that you have some skills to deal with whatever is coming at you. Oh, so a study that says people who make $75 more, once people make 75K, they get unhappier. Yo, again, like, dude, honestly, my goal is to make $40,000 a year. That's my goal in life. I'll take 60. Yo, let me experiment with that 75K. You know? I'd love, Yeah, I don't think, no, and don't get it twisted. I don't think in like any way money makes people happier, right? But knowing that in that material way, you could respond to whatever was going to happen, right? Which brings us back to like really shitty systems. Like, if we had universal health care, if we had quality education for all people that wasn't tied to property values, right? If we had better infrastructures in society, whether it was education, healthcare, like, right? We wouldn't then be like, wow, if I had enough money to like, oh, if I made that much money, I could eat organic food. That those things should not be fucking tied together. Oh, if I had more money, I could buy this thing that doesn't cause me harm. This is where it's super fucked, friends. This is what birthed the pharmacy, right? Like, it shouldn't matter. I have a booger. I got it. Sorry, I didn't want you to think I was on nose drugs. I got my booger. I'm better. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to make all that money. So what? So like, oh, so I can buy my kid a bike. Really? Or like that shouldn't be out of reach. Or like, oh, I would have clean water. I would have plumbing. I would have electricity that works. I would have housing security. Those things should not be so intrinsically dependent on each other, especially fucking food, real food, fruits and vegetables grown in your area should not having the option of putting stuff that doesn't poison you and cause breast cancer and all sorts of other fucking horrible shit on your skin should not depend on your fucking income bracket. Shouldn't. That should be basic. I can't break my arm. I mean, I hope you don't break your arm. But this is fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous, right? So what if that was not the case? Would money be such a measure of security? My prediction, my hypothesis is no. Money would not be such an indicator of a sense of security if we lived in a world that valued human life in more very obvious, concrete ways. It's my $600 stimulus check for you. That's my idea. I'm getting king of the fucking grain-free organic dog food. That's what I'm doing. I do anyway. I see a couple people left. Might have been the nose drugs comment. Do you remember that one tea time where it was like we dropped so many drug references? Never gonna get judgment from me. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about today and a lot of days. Can you even see Kinga, or you just like see my... Yeah, I wanted to get tiny left. I don't know. What she got for me? I don't even think I really have answers. I just wanted to ask those questions. I wish you all could come over, and I wish we could all have a housewarming party. I sent Ms. Maz a picture of the couch I'm getting. I'm really pumped about it. It's yellow. So, like, Here's another funny Lou story. So, I'm really excited about moving. Now I'm really excited about moving. And I'm sure I will, like, have slight existential crisis, like, I should be in a bus. Ah! But, I had this, like, whole day. And I was, like, here, like, pretty much in bed. And I was like, I was in that place where it's like, oh shit, I don't have. Like, I don't have a couch, I don't have a desk, I don't have a bed, I don't have. And then I'm going through this whole list and I'm like, that's like, I'm not even doing the math. Do you know fucking window blinds are on average like $30 a freaking window? I'm like, I have 8 windows in this house. Like, nah, yeah. Now I will never wonder, like, why do people have a bed sheet on their window? Because it's fucking because there's a bed sheet in the closet and there's not blinds on the window. Who are these savages charging? How? How? Anyway, so I'm going through the list of all the things I don't have. And I'm not hearing in my head like cha-ching, 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 but like a part of me is absolutely hearing cha-ching, 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 like that I just don't have. I'm stretched. I'm very stretched, friends. If you're enjoying this tea time, my Venmo is Mayraki __ line pharmacy. Take care of you, dude. If you've ever learned anything from me, I don't care if it's $2 or 20, give it to me. Just kidding. Not kidding. Share it with me. And I'm going down the line of all the things I don't have. And then it was, I don't have a toilet brush. And like, I don't know why but like, now that is the joke. Now that's the joke with me and my PA homies. I'm like, I don't even have a toilet brush. I was fucking bent about this. Oh my God, to the point where my friend was like, get in the car. We go to a discount store and I got fucking knives. Thank God it's for the knives. And then we went to the Dollar Tree next door and the moment the toilet brush was in my hand, I swear to freaking God, spicy mustard. Golden spicy mustard. I don't have sea salt or the black. And I like the salt and pepper that you grind. Yeah, they don't have those at the discount store. I'm going to have to fucking splurge. I'm going to have to go to Wegmans. Let me tell you, the stress I felt leave my body when I had that freaking toilet brush scrubby thing in my hand. Friends, this is real. This is real. Why? And like, then my friends like ask me questions like, what's with you and poops and stuff? It's like, dude, I don't eat, like, I don't know. It didn't go any further than that. It wasn't like, oh my God, I can't clean my new toilet. It was just like, I don't even have a toilet brush. Then my other friend was like, I have 7. I was like, I don't want yours. I want a new one for $1 from the Dollar Tree. So silly. I have been schlepping shit from Pennsylvania to New England for 20 years and across the freaking country. I mean, like, I don't have any of these things because I don't actually need them. I want them, especially if I'm moving into a big, beautiful apartment all by myself and my dog. Like, yeah, like, who moves with the toilet brush, right? But, like, this is so real. This is so real. Oh, and then, like, these poor people, like, on Facebook Marketplace, I'm hedging my bets on, like, every freaking cheap couch and thing, and then, like, whoever gets back to me sooner. It's, like, it's ridiculous. Like, this is ridiculous. But I'm also glad that I am, like, witnessing myself, laughing at myself, while also exploring, like, wow, you know, okay, like, there's a lot here, and there's a lot here for everybody, like, no matter what. Yeah, new house, new toilet brush. Yeah, legit. Yeah, my friend's like, just take it one toilet brush at a time. It's so real, though. It's so real. I spent $6.30 at the dollar store. What I also got myself was like a margarita mug, I think is what it is, and it has cactus on the side. I was like, worth it! That's what I need! I also applied to I've always wanted to do tree work, and I saw a job opening for a groundsperson, and I wrote a very beautiful cover letter that I will screenshot and add to my stories. So, like, you know, I'm going to work. Mayraki Pharmacy is going to be great. I now have a toilet brush. Wait till you see this couch. I'm very excited about it. And most importantly, I have opportunity. And I have a tremendous, beautiful support system. I have a small and very mighty, loyal pharmacy. I got this great dog. I got a lot of fire, a lot of excitement. I could never write again and like have enough to publish a few books. I mean, like I also am incredibly freaking tough and still tender. And like if that's not like a sense of security, like some of my favorite people in the entire universe are the people who have been through some shit, like have absolutely faced adversity and like have experienced trauma, or just like wow, like big kid life stuff, right? And they're still excited about life. They're still warm enough and curious enough about people. They are still generous. They have like all these reasons to be like hard and closed off and whatever, and like, and they're not. Like resiliency is deep security. Yeah, like I would love for all the ways of harm to go away, but this is why it's a harm reduction model that I believe so strongly in. We. I hope that one of the things you've learned, however recently, I'm not even going to talk about. I hope that you've learned how incredible you are, while also learning like how fucked like a lot of shit is, right? And like, but you're here, you're here. And I can guarantee, chances are I can guarantee you are not knowingly contributing to harm. And I know you're not giving up. I know that you're caring for yourself and you're exploring new, deeper ways to do that. I know you're working it. I know you're diving into the dark. I know that you're showing up. I know that you are very caring. Very caring. And care is currency. Bone drop. That's all I'm going to say for the that's all. That's it. Care is currency. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Thanks for coming to my Tea Time talk. That's what I got. Buck, yeah. I love you. Can I get a time check? Next t-shirt, cares currency. All right, yeah, oh my God, next t-shirt, I'm giving myself January to settle in, drop Patreon. We'll get to merchandise maybe later. $7.49. All right. I feel good about this. How do you feel about this? This is a banger first of the year. Tea time. Good news is, Rhode Island, I will see you soon. Like end of the month. Or maybe for beginning of February. But it's very soon. I can't wait to place a seed order. Any closing comments, questions, queries? I freaking love ya. I am always deeply honored when you spend some time with me, whether it's live or after the fact. It means the world to me. I'm really freaking proud of you. I'm really proud of us. I've missed you. I've been like doing things and like taking some time, and really glad that, even the days I'm like, I'm too busy to do tea time because there's so much changing. And I'm like, I can't skip tea time. Thank you. And I love you so freaking much. And so does Kinga. Kinga, you're freaking great. I love you. You're the best. And if I don't see you before next week, I'll see you here at Mayraki Pharmacy at 7 p.m. live for Tuesday Tea Time. Thank you so much.